Fashion trends come and go, we all know that, but some trends are harder than others to get our head around. And in today's episode, I'm sharing 10 trends that took me a long time to get on board, but I'm so pleased I finally did. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel. Now, I love fashion trends and love following the trends, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I adopt all of them. In fact, if I think about it, I'm quite a late adopter to many trends. It's fairly rare for me to see a new trend pop up and then be straight onto it. I think and probably the older I've got, the more careful I've got with my money, and I also like to create more of a timeless wardrobe. So I am really careful when it comes to new trends. But there are a number of trends that I've realized lately have taken me a long time to warm up to, and I wish they hadn't. They're trends that I probably should have jumped on board much sooner. And I'm guessing that some of these trends you may be able to relate to as well. And I'd also love to hear what trends you have perhaps recently discovered that you would never have worn before, or just trends that you just didn't expect to love. So let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what trends that you didn't initially like, but you have found them and now love them. Now, this first one is kind of interesting, and that's the trend for wearing trainers and sneakers with skirts and dresses. And this is not a look that I ever thought that I would love wearing. It's not a look that I would think that I would intentionally be creating outfits for. And just wearing trainers or sneakers with feminine pieces like skirts and dresses just was kind of a crazy notion for me. But it's a look that I actually really love. And I know that that's a look that divides you, because when I've talked about it and focused on it on my channel, I know that it creates a little bit of a reaction. So let me know in the comments below whether you like this look or you're still not a fan. But I really didn't like it, and now it's a look that I can't imagine not wearing. I love the fact that there's a bit of a juxtaposition there between feminine pieces and giving them a slightly more grunty edge with a sneaker or a high top or a trainer. I also love the practicality, the comfort factor, and just the overall cool look. So this is probably the first and the biggest trend that took me the longest to come to, but now I'm a huge fan. Next up, this one may surprise you, and that's the trend for wearing Kelly green. Now, if you've been watching a few of my videos recently, you've probably seen me in my favorite Kelly green shirt. Now, I was never a fan of green. Any shade of green was kind of off limits for me, and I don't know why, but I had this preconceived notion of green being a color that didn't suit me. But Kelly green popped up, and I think I was just drawn to the vibrant, fun nature of the color. And also Karen Britchick here on YouTube, she wore the color so well and probably encouraged me to dip my toe in the trend. And I honestly haven't looked back. I love it. I think it is vibrant. It makes me feel alive. It's a color I enjoy wearing. And I can't believe it's taken me so long to get my head around a color that is just a lovely color to wear. And it helps that it's really on trend now, because it just means that there are a lot of Kelly green pieces around. There's everything from skirts, shirts, dresses, bags, accessories, you name it. But Kelly green is a new trend of mine that I absolutely love. Now, next up is the trend for wearing linen. Now, I was never a fan of linen. I didn't like that sort of crushed, undone, sort of unkept look that goes with linen, and I suppose I would see people wearing linen shirts and dresses and just feel like giving them a good iron. And I think I've become a little bit more relaxed in my dressing. I don't know whether that's happened with age or after numerous lockdowns, but I think I've now, I suppose, just kind of given into more of a relaxed style of dressing, and linen really leans into that. There also are some linen and linen blends that do tend to crease and crinkle less than sort of classic linen of old. So I suppose I'm enjoying that aspect as well. Oh, here's my doggy coming to say hi. But linen is a fabric that I have recently only really started to embrace, and I'm loving it. I've got a couple of linen dresses that I absolutely love. It's a breathable, natural fabric that is just, a nice fabric to wear. Now the next trend I've only recently started wearing, and that is camisole tops. Now I wore one in a recent video and someone wrote in the comments that I need to watch my underarms, and I think they were referring to the fact that when I do wear them you can see a little bit of sagging skin, and yes, I'm aware of that, and I can watch it until the cows come home, but that's not going to stop me from wearing them. I actually love camisoles. I've spent most of my life not wearing anything with a shoestring strap. I think I was trying to hide my super broad, bony shoulders, and I've got sort of pasty, freckly skin, so I was probably trying to cover up and not show them off. But those days have gone, and that's another thing that I would sort of like to touch on in this video, the fact that we often all limit ourselves when it comes to fashion because we have a preconceived idea of what suits us, or someone has sown a seed about what we should and shouldn't wear. And the older I get, the more I realize that that is just nonsense. If something makes us feel great and we enjoy wearing it, we just need to embrace it and go with it. And that's how I feel about camisoles. I enjoy wearing them. I like the look of them. Yes, my skin may not be perfect. My underarms may be doing things that other people don't like, but does it affect me? No, I still enjoy them. I'm going to wear them. And so anything with a spaghetti strap is a new trend that I initially didn't like. I didn't like it for all the wrong reasons, but I do like it now. And this leads in quite nicely to the next trend, and that is wearing shorts. Now, yes, I have always worn shorts, but not short shorts. I used to just wear cargo type shorts or long denim shorts that sort of hit just above my knee. I suppose I had this idea that once you get to a certain age, you can't be wearing short shorts anymore. Now, of course, I'm not going to be wearing Daisy Dukes or really super short shorts, but I enjoy wearing shorts. I think they're comfortable. Sweater style shorts I really embraced during lockdown, and this summer just gone here in New Zealand I had a pair of beautiful frilly shorts, and the frill hit just below my inner thigh, which kind of covered that part of my legs. So shorts or shorter shorts are a trend that I really hadn't worn for all sorts of silly reasons, but I have now embraced them again, and they're freeing to wear. They have been part of my spring-summer outfit for the last year, and yeah, they've just given me a lot more outfit options. So again, what I've done is I've put aside some of those preconceived ideas about what I shouldn't wear for my age, or because my legs aren't my favorite body part. And I've just kind of gone to that and worn them anyway, and I love them. So shorts are another trend that did take me, short shorts are another trend that did take me a little while to warm up to, years to warm up to. But now I'm not going back. The next trend that's taken me a long time to get my head around, and that might be a little bit surprising for you guys to hear, and that is for wearing maxi dresses. Now, I'm almost 6 foot tall, and I remember feeling when I would wear a maxi dress, which in my mind is quite a feminine, floaty, girly dress. When I would wear a maxi dress, I just felt too girly for my frame. I felt like at my height, it seemed a little bit wrong to wear something quite so girly, but I don't know where that came from. It's really silly logic, and in the last couple of years, I've really got on board the trend for wearing beautiful, maxi, floaty, feminine dresses, and I just haven't looked back. I find that they are really easy to wear. The whole idea of one and done with a dress is unbeatable. And what I do tend to do is I'll give them a little bit more of a grunty edge by teaming them with some trainers or high tops or something, as I talked about earlier. But maxi dresses are a beautiful, feminine, easy piece that I absolutely love, but didn't always. Next up is oversized blazers. Now, I know that when I've talked about oversized blazers here, they're not going to work for everyone, and they do tend to be a piece that divides you guys. And I get that, because wearing anything oversized, especially if you have a petite frame, can be a little tricky. It does tend to wear you as opposed to you wearing that piece, and it can swamp your frame a little bit. But For me, I do love these oversized blazers. I love the fact that they have a little bit of a masculine feel to them, and I suppose for me it's a way of making some of those girlier pieces just look a little bit more balanced, so giving them a little bit of a masculine vibe. For me, I enjoy that juxtaposition. So I also love the fact that the oversized blazers can be nipped in with a belt, which recently I've worn a couple of my oversized blazers belted, which again is another trend that I didn't wear belts for years. I think I just felt a bit constrained by them, and I felt that they made my hips look a little more prominent. I kind of just roll with it these days. I don't mind. And so to have a piece like an oversized blazer that you can wear loose and oversized, or you can nip it in to give it more shape, is super versatile, and it's just a look that I really love. I love the fact that it also gives some of my feminine pieces a little bit of a harder masculine edge. Now next up is logo and graphic sweats and tees. There were years and years where all of my tees and sweatshirts were very plain, and I suppose I didn't like the idea of loud logos and graphics that can be kind of easily recognized. Well, I've changed. I started buying logos and graphic style tees and sweatshirts a couple of years ago now, and I just haven't looked back. I think that they're fun, and I'm not talking about sort of luxury logos, but just any kind of graphic design on sweatshirts and tees I'm really here for, and it tends to just give an outfit just a little bit of a focal point. And when I have worn some of those pieces here on my channel, I've got a Zara sweater with a gorgeous woman's face on the front. I have had that for years, and when I last wore that here on the channel, I got lots and lots of comments about that sweater. And so yeah, logo, graphic tees and sweats are something that I took a long time to come to, but I do enjoy them. I don't wear them exclusively. I still like my plain pieces, but I do actually incorporate them into my looks, and it just means that the rest of my outfit can be relatively plain, but the logo or the graphic just creates a little bit of interest in the outfit. Now next up, I never thought that I would be a fan of crop tops, and I don't really tend to wear them very much at all because my tummy is my least favorite body part. But I do wear them, and I really never thought that I would. I mean, the crop, the space in my midriff that you end up seeing is probably no more than a sliver. But that's okay. I suppose, again, I had preconceived ideas of being a certain age and not being able to bear your midriff, but styled with a lovely jacket over the top and not showing too much skin, but perhaps just a hint of skin, is, in my opinion, a really lovely look. Now, it's not a look for everyone, but it is very on trend, and when crops first started hitting the scene, I was a hard no. I thought, no, I don't like my tummy area. I do have some loose skin there after 2 babies, and it's just not a part of my body I will ever expose. But I did dip my toe in the trend, and yeah, I am super surprised by this one. I'm really surprised that it is a look that, worn carefully for me, is one that I actually really enjoy. Now, I've always loved the look of bandanas worn on your hair, but it's not something I've ever done. But a couple of times recently, I have worn bandanas tied to my hair, and I'm actually a fan. I don't know why I haven't worn bandanas this way before. Yes, I've worn them in a sort of a scarf style, or tied around my neck, or tied around my handbag, but I've never worn them tied around my head. And they are perfect for a bad hair day, and just such an easy way to add some color and interest to an outfit. So I'm really surprised that it's taken me this long to jump on board the bandana trend, but I'm really pleased that I have finally caught up. Now, last but not least are claw clips. Now, I used to wear these back in the day, and I'm thinking that was probably the 80s, but everyone used to wear their hair all sort of rolled up, and then a claw clip used to just hold it all together. So when I saw them starting to gain some popularity again, I just thought, no, I'm not going there again. Been there once, I'm not doing that again. And I was recently sent a claw clip and started wearing it, and I just remembered how easy they are and how convenient they are, and also there are some really cool new look claw clips that are kind of fashionable and fun, and just a simple accessory that again is practical, and I'm glad that it's come back and I've gone there again. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.